Why is this web camera so grainy? Why? Like, ever since the day I got it, nothing's on the lens. It's just so grainy. Do you see that? I don't know why. I mean, it probably enhances my looks at this stage, really. Actually, I have pretty good skin. Um, but it is really annoying that it's so grainy. Like, I can see it. Even more so than I usually can. Anyways, I was thinking about taking you guys for a swim down there in the lake. Oh, I just realized one of my messages that didn't go through. Oh well, it's too late now anyways. Then I got into my project, so I wanted to show you what I look like when I'm working on my project. Just for fun. Just for fun. So, I'll keep the camera on, recording, and I'll show you what it's like for me working on this project for maybe a few minutes. And then I'll take a break. But I just wanted to see, actually I kind of want to see what my face looks like when I'm thinking so hard and figuring stuff out. That's what I was doing there. I'm trying to work through and troubleshoot a little thing on my project. And that's just how it goes on this project. It's like the whole project. Most of the time that I've spent doing it has been troubleshooting issues. Half of the miracle of this project is that I did it. Just having no prior experience doing this kind of thing. I'm impressed. Anyway, enough of that. Let's see. Hold on a sec. Okay, enough of that. I should totally edit that out. I think I'm gonna try. So at least I will like make it go fast. That'll be fun. Okay. I pulled some cards on my astrology oracle. First of all, the reading started out with the known influence blank. The back of the card came out, which I keep them in there because to me it means like it's an unknown thing, you know, or it's not available in this oracle, right? So that you stay open to limitless possibilities. Hidden influence, new cycle. Needs balance, south node. South node is representing like where you're coming from. It can also represent some of your skills, like skills that you have from a previous lifetime, perhaps. But these things can also hold you back. Like if you're very comfortable there and you've already mastered it in another lifetime, like you can kind of like get comfy there and not challenge yourself to go towards the north node, which is actually what you're trying to achieve in this lifetime. But you can use those skills that you have, that you are comfy with, that you have mastered, for your goal here. And this is saying in order, like this needs balance. So this is why we're talking about south node and north node in terms of making sure that you're not staying too comfortable in one and foregoing the other. Pressure, Pisces. I think there's a pressure to be more limitless. You may be keeping your world small. You may have boxed yourself in some way. You may be ignoring a blind spot. We've got relief, Taurus. Taurus is slow and steady, wins the race. It can also cover like sensual, grounded, steady. It can be very stubborn. But putting in consistent effort that is on the earth in practical terms, that doesn't have to lack creativity or love or anything like that. Those things should all be incorporated into the practicalities, right? So it's like doing something you love. This isn't like the forcing yourself to do something, you know, in a disciplined way because you know it'll get the results that you want. No, this is actually spending time doing something you love, which helps give you relief from this thing that you are limiting yourself with. Meanwhile, everybody else is in celebration mode. Like they're maybe, I want to say like effing off, you know, like they're not focused on what their soul's growth is necessarily. And that might be one of the challenges that you're faced with, is that you may be surrounded by people who aren't doing what you're being called to do, what your soul is asking you to do. Because if we're talking about the nodes, we're talking about your soul's calling. You've entered into a new cycle. I have a feeling this reading wanted me to talk about this in a broad way. That's why we didn't get the known influence, because maybe it varies for different people who might watch this reading. So the new cycle means you're given like another chance to kind of start again in a way. It's like you might be faced with the same old things, but you might make new choices now given these insights or these pressures. You probably feel a low-level pressure without even knowing what it is or where it's coming from, and that could manifest as anxiety, like just general anxiety. So you might be feeling that. This is recognizing that, but it's also telling you how you can get some relief from it and why it's happening. It's happening because there needs to be some more balance between what you're comfortable in, what you're really good at, and where your soul wants to go. So if you look at my website, juliamandyteller.life, I have some charts on there that can help you. Oh wait, did I put them on there? I updated my website and I might not have put them on there. Darn it. Maybe I can add them. I was going to tell you how to look up where your nodes are. Let me think. I probably am not going to get to putting it up tonight. Let me just pause and see if it's something easy I can do. Yeah, I cannot easily do it. I've been working on my website, and all I can say is GoDaddy is giving a certain impression of being very professional. However, it doesn't function that way, and their website's kind of chintzy sometimes, and it doesn't function as well as it should, in my opinion. It's not like I would settle for that level of work on my own stuff, so it's hard to work with their stuff, but they are hosting my website, so I just kind of put it aside for now, and the issue should be resolved in a few days. I don't know. If you tried to look at my website, it probably didn't work since the 11th. Anyway, have an astrologer look it up, or look up astro.com, or use a free calculator that will tell you where your south node is. And then you'll find out where your north node is, and then just Google that and see what it is that your soul's working towards in this lifetime. It depends on what sign and house these nodes are in, and you might not be able to find out both depending on the free calculator you use. Okay? Okay. What else can we know about this, please? Either let's move on to another topic or elaborate on this. This is about the same topic. This is a continuation of that reading. And the reason I know that is because here in the pressure, under pressure, it shows Dionysus. And we had the other people in your life with Ambrosia doing like celebratory things. And this is kind of saying that you may feel pressured to be partying or celebrating with people, just doing that same old thing. You might even lie to yourself about what that means or how detrimental that isn't being to your goals or your overall health or well-being or what you're trying to achieve here. Like, you might be able to tell yourself that it's no big deal. But it is a big deal. This is saying start, but also you should be putting some grounded thought into this, because you don't want to, you've got Icarus as the hidden influence. You don't want to, overestimate your capabilities. You're going to get relief from cutting people off that aren't supporting you, cutting people off that you've been out or growing apart from. There are people in your life that will be grateful for your honesty, for you saying, hey, I'm not going to go out tonight because I have this plan or whatever, And it's like other people can also do that because you did it, Like, I just got this picture of, a bunch of guy friends that are, if someone doesn't go out, they're called, a pussy, or, they can't hang, or, just, all that, stuff that some groups of men do where they razz each other. And it's not, it's kind of low-minded, isn't it? To relate in that way. I'm not saying whether it's wrong or right. I'm just saying, anyway, others will be grateful for you taking the initiative of being the fool, meaning taking the first steps as a pioneer into a direction that is meant for you. Others might pressure you into joining them in the fun. Meanwhile, you might be selling yourself on the idea that you're just going to make up for lost time if you have a little fun first. But this is saying, hey, that's not going to work for you. You're just lying to yourself. Icarus got burnt by the sun. He, died when he decided to go higher than the plan entailed. Okay. Anything that's binding you, you should cut it off. I'm not saying don't take your responsibilities seriously or anything like that. I'm talking about things that aren't your responsibility. You know? I think the people that are grateful for you stepping up into your own direction and the direction that you want to go in, that might be different from the crowd, they're not really going to be outspoken about their gratitude. I think they're just more likely to be silent about it. So it's not like you're doing it for that reason, but I'm just telling you, there will be people. And other people won't. And that's how you'll know which ones to cut off. You are being pressured to do something and to take the initiative into another direction, which helps you ground something in a creative, loving, beautiful manner, in a slow and steady pace, and like taking the steps slow and steady. See, like Icarus kind of just like flew to the sun and burnt himself up, but this is saying no, take slow and steady steps. This isn't about a get rich quick scheme. Did you see how I couldn't really talk there for a second either? You're tempted towards this already, so just go for it. And others could be trying to distract you with other things, even lustful things. But you're being asked to use some of that passion energy for this new endeavor, a new cycle within a new cycle. What you're going to be doing might not be entirely new to you. But just know, you're surrounded with people. The ones that are grateful for you taking the direction you're meant to aren't going to speak up. The ones that want to hold you back, they're going to speak up. And the ones that are trying to distract you with, lower natures, they're going to speak up. So it's like you gotta be the fool. You gotta go where others won't go, say what others won't say, and you gotta ignore anything that's trying to stop you. You know where you're pulled. Okay, we'll do one more round. Anything else? The angels are with you. You're feeling the pressure for this new start. And it might be a little bit of tension to get out of the rut of what you've been doing. It's really easy, even though it's hard to do what you've been doing because it's a lot of work to keep that pattern up. It's easy to deal with the amount of tension that it is because it's not like overwhelming tension. Instead of looking at it a different way, it's asking you to take action in a different way. You might busy yourself with always just trying to look at it a different way, explain it to yourself a different way, frame it a different way, justify it a different way, analyze it a different way. This is saying, no, you did all that. And now it's like, you now know what you need to know to take some action. And this is fresh, new action. This is new growth. You're growing in a new direction. So even if it's not something entirely new to you, it's new that you would put actual intention and growth and like investment. That's the word I want. Investment into this. Even if there is some tension getting to that. Whether that tension be the other people or just the discomfort of doing something that's out of your habit, out of your habitual routine. But ask and you shall receive. Anywhere along the way where you get stuck or you're not sure, listen to your intuition. You have guidance. If you don't believe in that and you're not like used to being tapping, I don't think you would not believe in it if you're watching this, but if you're not used to tapping into it and hearing it very well, practice. That could be the thing that you're being asked to do, right? That probably resonates for someone. Okay. I'm going to end it here. I'm going to make this nice and short and I'm going to go edit it. So there's not like 12 whole minutes intro. See you next time.